Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro by Map It Forward, and thanks to our presenting sponsor, the Coffee Roasters Mastermind group, coached by the fabulous Anne Cooper. Coffee Roasters Mastermind group is an opportunity for you to get together with 6 other roasters online through a digital platform and talk about specific roasting problems. It starts with a lecture that Anne gives, and then we have a discussion about the topic, and then we take questions that roasters are having in their everyday work environments. And so if this is interesting for you, it's something that you want to get your staff involved in, or you would like to get involved in it, hit the show notes below and click on the link and join today. Today on the podcast, we are talking about a wholesale coffee sales program and why you are going to have to start pivoting from that very, very quickly. The typical thing that usually happens is that you see that, especially here in Australia, I've seen this over the 20 years that I've been in specialty coffee. What you'll find is that you'll get people compete with other roasting companies by just simply throwing equipment at potential clients, or that they'll supply them with cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper coffee. And my friends, as I look at what is happening with the world and the industry and the economy and the supply chain, I am predicting that that is not going to be a system that works anymore. Here's why. What I think we're going to start seeing very soon is that under the pressure of all of those things that I just mentioned, small businesses, whether they be in coffee roasting or in cafes, are going to start to shut down. As it is, our industry operates on very slim margins. And so what I think you're going to start to see is cafes close down, and therefore there are going to be fewer cafes to sell your roasted coffee to. I also think that what's probably going to happen is that in order to survive, some of those cafes are going to start roasting their own coffee, and that we will see co-roasting facilities, if they haven't already popped up in local environments, will start to pop up and help small businesses who own cafes survive. Now, with the closure of cafes, you'll start to see cafe equipment secondhand become more affordable. So therefore, there becomes a value exchange that is traditional that no longer makes sense. So if the thing that you were using to incentivize new customers disappears because they want some more autonomy, in order for you to entice new customers, it's going to be imperative for you to come up with new incentives. The world has changed in the last 16 to 18 months, and the way that people do business has changed. People are migrating to different industries. People are choosing different levels of success for their business than they used to choose. So people are happy to just make enough now to be able to pay everything. In the short to medium term, that's going to be the mark of success. Now, if they can do that without having to be tied to specific companies or suppliers through contracts, they will. What people are looking for now more than ever is a value exchange that helps them be successful, not just profitable. So you providing somebody with equipment, but demanding that they, over a 2 or 3 year period, only buy your coffee, that is something that is going to become less and less attractive as secondhand equipment becomes cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. And what is happening is that small roasters are opting for a better relationship with fewer customers. And so they are making sure that the ecosystem that they operate within is profitable for everybody involved, and they're working to solutions that don't require this undercutting that continues to happen. Now, why is this so? Well, people are becoming more conscious. People are becoming more conscious of the way they participate in the value chain. People are becoming more conscious of the quality of life they want to lead. People are becoming of how their impact in business translates into the environment and their environmental impact in doing business. And so all of these things are starting to get people thinking about who they want to do business with. And if you want to do business with people, how you add value to their business beyond just the product that you sell them is going to be really important for you to consider. If you're a salesperson or if you're the owner of a business that has a sales strategy that's important. So what are some options that you could consider if equipment is not something that your customers are interested in or that you can afford anymore? Well, one thing is, how can you help your customers survive so that you can both survive? And let me explain that a little bit further. As a roasting company, with the number of businesses that are closing, the investment that you're going to need to make to win new customers is going to become more expensive because there are less fish in the pond. Working to make sure that you improve the quality of the relationship and cultivate the relationship that you have with your current customers is going to be a better win for both involved. And so if you have a relationship with your customers that conspires to their success, it's not just about how you can trick them into buying your coffee and fool them with equipment. It's actually about, how do I help my customer get more profitable without also having to give them free consulting? Now that's a challenge as well. And so the number one thing I think you can do to secure your customer base right now is to have a conversation with them about what do they need that you might be able to help them with in order to secure the viability of their business moving forward. Is there an education program that they have wanted to pay for but they can't? So a social media program, or is there a budget that you can assign them for social media marketing? Are there mastermind groups that you may be able to register in, like ours? Could you pay $100 a month on their behalf for 3 months for them to get more profitable through our business coaching? Are there consultants that you could split the cost with them for, so that you could help those consultants help them get profitable? Now, why should you be thinking about doing this? Especially since you wouldn't most likely go to the effort of spending that money on yourself right now. Well, right now, people are focused on survival. People are focused on making sure that they can stay in business while the economy is finding it inflation to be very challenging right now, while the supply chain is under stress, while it's difficult to find employees. There are a lot of threats to small business right now. And if your customers are under threat and you are a part of helping them survive that is so much more valuable than any kind of equipment that you could provide them with. So as a salesperson or as a business owner that has wholesale clients, I would invite you to make some time to sit with them and ask them, what is it that you need that I could perhaps justify creating a small budget for that would conspire to the success of your business in a way that equipment or a t-shirt that has our logo on it could do. It's just some food for thought, because I know I've said it a lot recently. Some people think that I might be wrong, and I never profess to have all the answers about anything. I just look at what I'm seeing happening and try and get as far ahead of it as possible. And this is happening. We are seeing many businesses close for a number of different factors, sometimes many coinciding factors. How do you secure your customer base? By conspiring to their success, which is the tagline of Map It Forward. How do you do that so that you in turn can secure the long-term viability of your business in a way that elevates the industry for your whole ecosystem? Just some things to think about. Peace, love, and peanut butter, friends. Have an amazing rest of your day.